Are food treats the only way to reward a dog? This is a question I'm often asked by dog owners, especially since food treats are the go-to reward for most obedience type training, and for good reason. I definitely advocate the use of food treats in a dog training class or when you are teaching your dog a brand new skill. That being said, there are so many other ways to reward your dog, especially around the home, that food treats don't need to be your only option. So, what are rewards? Most of us immediately think of food treats, and yes, that's right, they are. Food treats definitely count as a reward, and they make a really great reward, in fact. And there are plenty of dogs out there who are very motivated by food treats. So here are a few reasons why I think food treats are a really great option as a reward for your dog. 1, all dogs are motivated by food to some extent. Yes, some are greater than others, but you just have to find exactly what type of food or food treat that they are willing to work for. Number 2, almost all dogs will consume a food treat if it's offered. Number 3, dogs have a highly tuned sense of smell, so using food treats are a great way to keep their focus because it's really the smell that attracts them to the food treat in the first place. Number 4, dogs find food to be of high value and therefore will easily accept this as a reward. And number 5, food treats are really quick, easy, convenient and portable, which makes them ideal for lots of different reward opportunities. But why do we need rewards in the first place? Well, simple. We use the reward to reinforce a desired behaviour or action. This then gives the dog an incentive to keep up the wanted behaviour, which makes them more likely to repeat that behaviour or action in the future. The more we reward the behaviour or action, the more often the dog will offer it. So think of it like this. A reward is often like a paycheck or maybe even an agreement that we enter into with our dogs. It basically states that if you do this behavior or action, then I will give you something that you want in return. So offering rewards helps our dog to build a positive association also with the behavior or action that we want from them. But here's the thing, and this is important. Rewards can be almost anything. The key here is that the reward is what the dog wants at that time. Alright, so how do you know what your dog wants? Well, it's almost entirely situation dependent and something that you have to work out each and every time. But don't worry, in most cases your dog will definitely let you know. Besides, you always have food treats to fall back on if you get stuck. So here are some everyday examples of what your dog might actually want that you can use as a reward besides a food treat. So maybe they want a pat or some affection from you, to play with a toy, to eat their dinner, to go outside or even come inside. Just think of the sad eyes of your dog looking at you through a sliding door. Yes, I'm sure a treat would be really nice, but coming inside would be even better. Maybe your dog wants to snuggle with you on the couch, or have you put the lead on so they can go out for a walk? When you're out walking, maybe they want to keep walking rather than stopping. They want to sniff a smelly patch of grass or a tree, and maybe they want to play or meet with another dog. The type of reward that your dog wants will change, but you're probably already using these types of rewards without even consciously thinking about it as a reward. So if you are out on a walk, the reward for loose lead walking could be being able to keep walking like I mentioned before, again sniffing, or being allowed to meet another dog. Your dog may very well not even be interested in playing with a toy or even taking a food treat, as these won't be the best options in that situation anyway. And remember, the reward must be to reinforce a behaviour or activity that you want. So with the walking example I just gave you, the reward is for walking on a loose lead. Sometimes it'll be really easy to know which reward to offer, and sometimes it could go either way or be more than one reward option that could be workable. Don't overthink it, just be aware that you have options, and sometimes the most obvious one is the one to go for. But what is important is when you deliver your chosen reward. Timing is everything. The sweet spot is between about 0.5 of a second to 3 seconds of when the desired behaviour and or action has occurred. Yep, you need to be pretty quick about it. This small window doesn't leave much time for in-depth reward analysis, so just go with what's easier in the moment. If you give your dog a reward anywhere from 7 seconds after the behaviour or action has occurred, it's highly unlikely your dog will make the connection between what they did and getting the reward. They are more likely to think that what they were just doing at that second was what you wanted, rather than you kind of just being nice and giving them a freebie. And be very careful of your timing, because your dog could have already moved on to something else, something that you find very undesirable. So definitely beware. And ask anyone who has a dog that pulls on the lead. This is an example of rewards going very, very wrong.